Bachelor, but it's like they're on an island.
Are you on
it's
Facebook?
Like Bachelor.
Are you looking?
She's asking me a question.
I know.
I don't think I want to know.
Oh, we're live.
Yeah, here we are. We have audio. Perfect.
Okay, we are live.
Okay, we're live. Yeah, we're live, and you guys are getting the scoop on Temptation Island. Macy's just catching up. This series is like
Don't tell them I watched
6
that.
years old.
See, now if you're embarrassed to tell people you watch it, you shouldn't
We
be
had to
watching
make
it.
This guy come over to our apartment. I was like, pause it.
I don't want him to know I watched the show.
He's like, turn it off.
Yeah, pretty much.
Because the other
Pretty
girl's
much.
like, I just feel like I have a connection, but like he's cheating on me, blah, blah, blah. So it's kind of embarrassing.
And they knew each other for what, 2 hours?
No,
Yeah.
no, they go in as boyfriend and girlfriend. Okay, we're just gonna stop.
Yeah, we can just leave it there. We'll catch you up on the show.
No.
All right, so what's up, guys? I'm Jeremy.
I'm Macy.
This is LSH Live. We're helping you guys be better riders through this whole deal. This is day number 34, 33, something like
I
that.
have no idea what day it is.
No idea. Quite a few days into this.
Too many. How about that?
Days.
Day
Yeah,
too
exactly.
many.
So we're gonna be doing
Hello,
Piper
Barb.
today. We're gonna be doing Piper. We're gonna be doing some
Piper,
counter
look
canter
at the
stuff.
camera.
So Piper's distracted.
It's just
she's,
way off.
she's not ready for her on-scene appearance. So if you caught my live stream yesterday, Macy was studying. It was just me on the couch with you guys. If you caught that, we talked about getting control of hips. All right. And I know we've done a lot of videos on this before, but hips are huge. Hips are a huge deal. You have to have control of your hips. So if you guys watched that stream on the couch, I gave you an example of the drift cars power sliding the curves, right? They're Mario Karting the curves.
Let's make a TikTok
Yeah.
with horses.
That's a lot of what it feels like when you don't have control of your
Hello,
horse's hips
Cassie.
as you go around, all right? So we wanna make sure we get control of our horse's hips and we get that horse to where it can counter canter and keep its hips where we want them to go. So kind of the example that I gave people was there are 3 phases to your horse training. There's gaining control, maintaining control, and testing your control.
Right.
All right. So you're either gaining, maintaining, or testing your control. All right.
They said love live.
Love live.
Love
Us
live.
too.
Love
Us too.
live.
So those are the 3 things you're doing when you're riding. You're doing one of those 3 things. So what I want you guys to understand is we're going to take Piper. You guys saw her before. We introduced counter cantering to her.
Oh, wait, Jerry, we never introduced.
Oh.
What astute viewers we have. Yeah, you guys don't miss anything, do you? Did they really?
Yeah, look.
Man, you guys missed
Dang
nothing.
it.
You guys missed nothing. All right, so I guess we can make our special announcement.
This is our special announcement.
This is, Kelly, if you want to zoom in.
Yep.
Hello.
This is Phil Harris, brand new tree, okay? This is 2020, brand new Phil Harris tree design.
Is that a Harris? Yes.
It is a Harris. So we are testing this design out for Phil. We're gonna give you guys our feedback on it. We're gonna talk to Phil. I'll call him tomorrow and we'll see what's different about it as far as like in his eyes. I wanna tell you guys what I think about it. But I wanted to ride in it for a week first. So we've had this saddle. Phil sent us this saddle beginning of this week. We got to ride in it for a few days.
Okay,
It rides,
I was confused.
rides quite a bit different, but it is the brand new tree design for Phil Harris.
And you didn't let him tell you really about it,
No, I have
correct?
not let him tell me anything about it yet. Yep, so he's gonna tell me about it. I'll give him a call tomorrow and have him talk to me about it. But yeah, so if you guys are not recognizing this type of saddle, this is brand new, new design.
That was pretty good. Who noticed it?
Megan.
Shouldn't miss anything.
Wow.
You guys are sharp.
You guys are sharp. It's amazing. It's super. Can I talk
No,
about it?
Nope, not yet.
Jeremy.
Because I don't want to say something and have him be like, well, that's not what we had in mind.
Okay.
So I want to make sure we match up.
Lips are sealed.
I know how I feel about it. I know how Macy feels about it. You love it.
I love it.
It's very comfortable. It's very, very comfortable.
Love it.
So we'll see. We'll talk to him about it, and then we'll get you guys the inside scoop as to what he thinks about it, what he wanted to do different, what he was trying to accomplish, and then we'll compare that against what we saw and what we felt with it.
Yeah, what we felt. I guess.
Yep. So
Harris, yes, I love Harris anything. Me too.
us too.
I used to we used to have a blue ribbon, but it sat me so far forward, and we finally bought a Harris show saddle, and like it has changed everything the way I ride, because I already like sit pretty like forward on them, so having a saddle that kind of sits you like in the back a little bit, that helps a lot, and now I don't like lean as far forward.
Yep. And thank you guys.
Free saddles for Patreon members. Oh yeah.
Thank you guys made this happen. All right. So because you guys bought Phil out of Spurs day in and day out for days and days and days, you guys bought him out of Spurs. He said, your viewers are incredible. I'm gonna send you guys this saddle so you can talk to your people about it and let them know what you think about it, because you guys have been amazing.
Looks like a nice saddle. It's super nice saddle.
Yeah,
like
very comfortable.
I can't, like, we compared it to our other tree we have, and like I wish I could tell you guys about it right now.
No, you can't.
No,
I think you can tell them one thing.
It is, I would venture to guess it's about half the weight of the other one.
Like, you guys should see me saddle. I can actually do the swing.
Yeah, it weighs about half as much as our other Harris.
Yeah, I mean, it's like I can saddle any horse, and so like, she's a big horse, and like you could throw a saddle up there and it's super.
But I feel like you lost half the weight, but you didn't lose anything of the saddle.
No, I agree. Yep.
Like, it's still just as sturdy as the other one. So
yeah.
I want to talk to him. I'm guessing it's a fiberglass tree. I'm not sure. I don't want to say anything yet, but
it's a really
it's
nice
about
saddle.
half the weight. So for you guys that have trouble slinging the Harris saddles up, it is much lighter. At least it feels like to me, compared to the other one.
Yeah, I agree.
So
yep.
I'll call him tomorrow and I'll get you guys the inside scoop
and
as to what it
is. We
is.
can really like sit down and we can bring out our old Harris of the
Yep.
older tree and really compare them and.
Yep. Yep.
We can do like we can both sit in them and like you can zoom in how
Yes.
it's different.
How much different rides? Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
So nice, good eyes, guys. Look at
That was
our
impressive.
people to watch these horses, right? They're like scoping out all the gear we got on. Yep.
These are now back on. We have back on track polo reps today back there.
Yep.
Not up front.
No front back on tracks though.
This is a Harris pad.
Harris pad.
So you
Yep.
guys should tell them all about it.
And then our
D-ring
custom
snaffle.
D-ring snaffle, of course, always
Yeah,
a D-ring.
We bought 3 more, or 2
Yep.
more.
Yep.
And I don't know where you got this stuff.
I don't know. That probably has his name on it. You know. It's got some mold on it. I'll tell you that. That's how you know it's well loved.
Yeah, I
Well
don't know.
loved.
We
Used
don't know
and
what
abused.
kind they are, but
Deer.
just a D-ring today. We're going to be riding her in.
Yeah. All right. So
Hi, honey.
we can get started.
The saddle sounds awesome. Yeah, we'll have to like break it down. We have an older
Yep.
saddle from Harris,
I have a 2009 Harris.
2009. So we have to set them on like saddle racks, and then we'll have to like zoom in and sit on it and see how it fits people differently.
Yep.
And then the weight difference and all
Yep.
that stuff. But we'll have to talk to him so we don't like.
Yeah, I don't want to say anything that's not true about it. So I want to make sure that
Yeah.
what he was intending and what we feel are the same thing.
Megan said, "Hi, I noticed the details." You
The
do
details.
notice the details.
That's the key right there. That's the key. All right, so we can get started before it gets dark out.
Yeah, we're riding in the dark again.
Yep. We don't want to ride in the dark again.
Okay, I'll take that from you.
Okay. Oops, sorry, honey. Or did I step on you?
What pad is that? It's a Harris pad.
Harris pad.
The ones they used to sell.
Yeah. Yep, the old ones. It's a brand new old one. We just had it like chilling. I used to buy like packs of them, store them in my trailer. All right, so we're gonna start riding her. If you guys remember, this horse, not so good about my feet, right? Not so good about especially my right foot, back by her hips. Invitation only mare, redhead, doesn't like to give her hips up. Right? So we know it's gonna happen. We know we've got that kind of obstacle to work through. So what we wanna do is we wanna make sure that we get her around on our feet. So this horse really changed a lot in how round she comes up off my spurs. Probably the biggest thing that I noticed that you guys really can't see is the texture of her body, the texture of her ribs. She's so much softer to go to her sides, right? It's a much different experience going to her sides now because she's so much lighter. Doesn't feel like I'm pushing against the fencing, right? Feels more like she's just letting me come in, letting me kind of push on her ribs, push on her belly, and get her round, all right? So that's one of the things that we really try to get is this horse accepting our feet. We don't want her scared of our feet. We don't want her to take her sides, take her hips away from her. Right? We want her to give her belly. And
Hey Jeremy, 1 second. I'm gonna move this over, cause you can. Yeah. Could you hold this real quick, Olivia? I'm gonna move. Sorry guys, 1 second.
Their world keeps spinning.
Yeah. Okay, perfect. Thank you.
Probably need to recalibrate that with the mic on it.
Yeah. Okay, 1 second. Like turn it off, turn it back on? Oh wait, I have it crooked. That's fine.
It's an app on the phone.
Yeah. There we go. Alright, we're good. Alright, that's perfect. Thanks, Olivia.
So really what you guys can't see is how much softer she is in her belly. So remember we talk about gain control, test, or maintain control, test control, right? So now that I've gained some control, now I can kind of maintain her belly up and I can test it walking around here. So I can go like this and I can say, okay, she's maintaining this. I'm gonna take a hold, I'm gonna press my foot. You see her step up on the line and I don't lose a lot of my horse underneath of me, right? She stays kind of stepping up in that. I don't lose a ton, so I can start getting in there and pressing for a little more. And that's really important. You can get in, press for a little bit more on your horse, right? It's one thing to have your horse come up. It's another to kind of be able to press and push him up into it, right? So I'll kind of trot her around, let her warm up. Right here. Again, just kind of keeping her down to my neck. Push your body around, push your belly around and push your shoulders over here. Making sure I have control of this front end and I can stand her shoulders up, right? See how bring this outside rein in, inside rein open, stand his shoulder up, go straight. Stand it up, come around. Very important. Go straight, horse knows where straight is, go to my feet, come in here. Right? Come across, just testing my buttons, testing everything out. How does she operate off my spurs? Now I came in with my right leg right there, she got a little bit confused. So I'm gonna go to my right side now and work this left turn. And I feel like she's gonna get a little bit cranky about this. We'll see how she does. On horses like this, it's really important to be solid and steady with your feet, right? This is a horse that doesn't necessarily like us coming in with our spurs. So we wanna make sure we come in soft and securely, right? If we have a mare like this that doesn't exactly love your feet, we can't be bouncing around and kicking on her, okay? We gotta kind of hug and come in pretty securely to get her to accept our spurs, right? So I'm gonna take that spur, press it on, hold it on. I'm gonna tap the left side here, stand this left side up, which is gonna drop her neck in, right? So the example I gave you guys last night was the water bottle, right? If I push the water bottle across my desk and I do it with just 1 foot on, my horse steps across the arena kind of flat, right? So she goes across the arena kind of flat right here. She doesn't have to lift up and get round. But when I close the other side, now she has to get round right here, okay? So this is what we want to do. We want to close up the other side. I don't want to let her escape over there, all right? So that's a lateral over to the right. I'm going to come back, lateral left, right here, off my right leg, keeping things as straight as possible. Around here. Right? Look to track. Here, she's really good. I'm going to get out. I'm going to ask again. Nice. Get out. Okay? See, don't come in and do those 2 tracks and stay in all the way to the fence. All right? Very important, especially when your horse is learning. Give him a break. Let him chill out. Say, all right, let's step across here. Come across. She's losing it. She's not getting this maneuver right, so I'm just going to hold her to it. Don't take anything away. Don't turn anything loose. Just hold until she comes across there. There. Then I'm out, right? So see, she missed that one. She tried to lope out of that. That's not the right answer. So come back around. See how I'm making the same track that I was on before, right? So right here, I'm going to try it left side again. So right here. Basically be a little behind inside. Making a run today.
I know, geez. I have my spurs on too.
Good, then set her down, right? When you're teaching this stuff, you're teaching these horses, very important you don't stay in too long, right? It's more important to me that I get her to move up and over correctly 100 times today than I get her to move over correctly 100 steps, right? So a lot of people will make the mistake of holding this on all the way to the rail. And that's the same to me as when you start doing pivots or hip rounds or whatever, and you're doing full 360s, right? I don't want to do full 360s. We're gonna get you on camera later.
I know, I'm gonna catch her.
We got a videographer in training back there.
We do.
So here, coming across.
Kelly said you make it look so easy.
Push around. Hold, stay. 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 Maybe put a little bend in my neck. Stay. Gotta come off this foot, Piper. Gotta come off this foot. Stay. See how she's trying to come up with her head and neck? Now she's gonna start turning into my spur. So this is decision time for Piper, okay? Now we've made this kind of hard, and we've said you can't go left. She knows my leg is there. She says, well, what am I gonna do? I don't wanna cross my legs over, right? What am I gonna do? Think your way through. Think your way through. I'll bite your leg. That's what I'll do, right? We'll bite this brand new saddle. So
Piper, no.
hey, just think your way through this. What do you have to do to get out of this position? There, that's what you have to do. Perfect. See how I was trying to find the release. Now go back to it, right? She got frustrated because she was trying to lope out of it. she's trying to do the right thing, right? And I didn't let her get out of that for that. So hold, stay, think your way through. Good, stay. No, can't do that, not loping. So bend her neck around, right? Let her do this, let her figure it out. Come off this leg, there, good, get out. Right. And go back to it. There, good, get out. Right, ask again. There, now I'm gonna straighten my neck out a little bit. Ask her to keep her neck in the middle. Do you see how when it got hard for her was when I asked her to keep her neck in the middle, right? So if I take her neck way to the side, she can move over. Okay, that's the grade school level stuff, right? But when I keep her neck in the middle, that's much harder. There, get out. Reach down, pet her. Hey, thank you, that's what I want. That's what we're looking for. So come across here, push her over. Good, see, I'm trying to keep everything as straight as possible, right? So I'm keeping my hands square, keeping everything square, letting her kind of two-track across there. By bending her neck around, it helped her get off my foot, okay? It's more of a challenge to her to keep her neck straight and come off my spur because she doesn't get any help out of my hand, right? So if I bend her neck around, then she gets help from my hand and she can move off my leg easier. So when she got tripped up and she started jumping around, she said, I'm not ready for the high school, keep my body straight, move over across the arena. So I broke her back down to grade school and I said, well, let's go back to 7th grade. Let's pull your head around and come off my foot that way, right? So gaining control right here, right? Gaining control like this is where I have absolute control of her body when she doesn't bite my foot, right? And then testing my control right here. Can I use that newfound control out of my foot to keep everything straight and come off my spur, right? That's what we're looking for, okay? So that's how it's gonna start. We're gonna come off our legs and move off our body. So I'm gonna go back to my other side. This is gonna be my bad way, right? It's my right leg. She doesn't really like my right leg. So we come here, try to push her across. You see how I have to keep her head a little bit more to the right to do this? There, I'm out. Just 1 or 2 steps, ask again. Push across, nice. 1 or 2 steps, out. Press again. 1 or 2 steps. Hold, good. Really nice. I like that a lot. That was really, really good for her. But do you see how I try to get just 1 or 2 steps at a time? It's hard because she's got to do a lot of repetition to get good at this. But I want her to get the right answer every time I ask, right? So 1 or 2 steps across here, ask a question, what do you do? Good, thank you, right? Ask again, ask a question, what do you do? Perfect, thank you. Straight ahead, ask again, what do you do? Perfect, perfect. Let her down, reach down, pat her, very, very good. So that being said, that's our little warm up right there. We're gonna load her off. I'm gonna stop. I'm gonna back up. We're not just gonna go to my lope off from there, right? I wanna make sure she's set up as good as possible to lope off. Do we have any questions before I go?
Kelly said, I'm glad you did that. I learned something today.
Good, good. All right, so I'm gonna push my hips around. I'm gonna start with my back end because I wanted to keep this back end in motion all the way through this lope off. I wanna set her back legs moving so she's more likely to lope off with her back end first, right? So when I get these hind legs moving, see how I let her walk that circle. I don't want a bunch of weight to go to my front end. I'm gonna catch right here. Now I need to walk smoothly up into this. See how she's a little bit nervous about this? I want this to be very smooth. So I'm gonna hold her to this shape, all right? There, until she softens a little bit, and I'll lope off. Good, good. So now, if you remember this mare from before, this mare was not going slow. Now, she's starting to go a little bit slow, right? She's starting to go, hold the ground, really roll up in her shoulders nice, hold the ground behind, because she's learning to lift her body, right? So she's keeping her shoulders rolled up to me, learning to lift her body up to us, which lets her do all these maneuvers much easier. So I close my outside, make a little circle right there, and now I'll take her on my little cloverleaf pattern that we did before, right? So we're gonna lope around. Again, all part of my warm-up, right? So I'm gonna take her in a little cloverleaf, we're gonna press her back, straight, press her back, roll her over her hips, make her split her front end, stand on your back legs, straight, loop around Macy right here, come around, roll over your hips, lift your belly, lift your belly, lift your belly, lift your belly, both feet on.
Woo!
Lift your belly. Back back to my circle, right? Why did she do that? Because she wanted to hollow out around the circle, right? She wanted to drop her belly, drop her middle, and invert her neck, right? So you saw head and neck come up. It's because that belly tried to drop. So I'm just kind of looping my circles here. Say, let's keep our belly elevated, let's keep our belly engaged. Okay, the secret to these horses is you go to their ribs instead of their faces when they turn upside down on you. Here's my counter canter side. Horse stays open really nice. Stays down in my hands pretty nice. Very good. Straight. Little drift right there on the right side. So there's my hip. Right? So I felt her pushing into that foot. I felt her going to push into that leg. And I called her right before she did. Right? I said, little drift over there to the right. She's going to suck me into the rail and bite my foot. Don't bite my foot. Right here. Coming across. She's got to give this up, right? There. Gave it up. Back to my low. Good. Do you see how on a horse like this, you can't get mad at her, right? Very important. I do not get mad at her because I don't want to teach her how to fight, right? This horse would probably be very good at it if you let her. Probably be a really good fighter if you try to do that. So I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to go there with her, right? Just like if you were 400 pounds of pure solid muscle, right? What are you going to do with someone when you have a disagreement? Are you going to try to talk to them or are you going to beat them down, right? So think about that with your horses. They're going to try to pick fights they can win, right? If you were a scrawny little dude at a bar and an 800-pound man with arms this big around said, I don't like the way you're looking at me, you're going to try to talk him down, right? Versus try to fight him, okay? So this horse is much stronger than me, right? She's got a bigger attitude than I do. I'm not going to fight with her, right? I'm not going to try to get into a brawl and a fist fight with her. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to talk her off the ledge, right? I'm going to let my advantage, which is that I'm smarter than she is, work for me, and she can be stronger than me all she wants, but I'm smarter than she is, right? So I can push her back around, I can change her mind, I can say, oh, you're really that mad about it. Look, you know how to do this. You know what this is about. You don't have to be mad about this. There, see, that's easy. Look, you can do that. And you can say thank you for what she's doing right, rather than beat her up for what she's not, right? And that's the way that I've found to get around most of these redheaded mares, right? Because I tell you what, they'll fight all day if you let them, okay? We don't want to teach her how to fight. And a lot of people end up in that situation with their horses. They teach them how to fight, okay? By getting aggressive with her when she's telling me she's having a hard time, I'm going to teach her how to fight. I don't want to do that, right? I want to keep her soft and supple through this whole training process. Because what you'll find is like she got mad at me right there for asking her to do something hard, but look how I can go back to work, right? By staying soft and relaxed with her and saying, hey, I know that was hard, but look, it's just extension moves you know how to do. You know how to do this. You're good at this. Look, you can do that. We'll try the same maneuver again, right? Look, you can do this. She's drifting. She's drifting. Oh, no, right? Saw it coming. We'll push this back around. We'll say, get off this leg. You know how to do this. You can do this. There, try again. Try again. A little bounce. Good. We'll set her up. We'll do it again. But look at these legs soften up. That's the important part. Is that the more I do this, the more she softens up, the better she gets at it. So I'm going to push my hips all the way around. Why does she do that? Because she wants to sling her hips sideways instead of under. So I catch her with my right foot right there to go straight. And she's like, no, I want to go sideways because under's harder. Right? That's why. Not just because she's rotten, right? It's not because she's being mean to me. It's because what I'm asking her to do is hard. It's hard to go straight and drive your hips underneath of you. Got to remember, most of the time these horses are not nasty by nature, right? She's telling me that's hard to do, and I'm saying, I know it's hard, but we're going to do it again. Right? We're going to go back through that until you're good at it. We're going to keep trying that until you're really good at it. Try to cut in on my circle right there, keep it pushed up. See, look, she can do it this time. Much better. Much better. And then she finds, oh, shoot, I didn't get in trouble right there. That was way easier. Right? Pushes around again, still distracted that time. Kind of lost her attention. Come around. Good girl. Good girl. Very good. Very good. See, she didn't shove on me that time. I'm keeping things up off that side, right? Up off that right side, so she can't drop her hip over. Can't drop things over to the right, because that would make her things messed up, right? She'd be having her legs going sideways instead of under. Go ahead.
Why do you lope the other direction when you corrected her and looked off?
What now? What I do?
It says, why do you lope the other direction when you corrected her and looked off?
I think that whole time I was working right lead.
Yeah, I think so.
That's the big thing is I'm staying committed to the right lead the whole time.
Yeah, it might look like the other direction because you're counter cantering.
Yeah, could be. Yep. So the big thing about that is like I'm working on my counter canter, and that's when she kicked out at me. Was when I was trying to go straight for my counter canter circle. So notice how I've worked my right lead only this whole time. That's a right lead workout. Now I'm going to let her chill while I talk to you guys, and I would go left lead for a little while. I try not to go right lead, left lead, right lead, left lead, right lead, left lead, because I think it confuses them. And then she never really had time to get good at what I was asking her to do. All right. So the big thing about that was I was asking her to go to the right, and then she got good at the right side before I was done with it. Okay. And that workout might be however long it takes her to get good at it. So there might be a time that it takes me my whole workout to get good at my right.
She said she got it.
Even don't even go to the left. Huh?
She said, yeah, I got it.
Yep. And then I don't even go to the left, right?
Yep.
So something to keep in mind, right? Just always work one side and then the other, okay? But all that crankiness was off this leg. I know she doesn't like this leg. I know she's not good at it, all right? And we knew that from before. So if she gets cranky, she tries to suck me to the rail, I know that I don't have enough control off this leg yet to fix that. So that gives me an opportunity to go back and gain some control, right? Going from my counter canter to my straight line was the test part, right? Was the maintain part of our training program, right? So he said, gain control, test, or maintain control, test control. So that was the maintain the test part was, can I go straight? Do I have enough control to go straight? And she said, no, you don't, because I'm gonna take that away from you. So then it gave me an opportunity to go back to stage one and gain some control of this horse. And that was the side pass and pushing her body back over and going back off on that same right lead.
Okay.
Right? So that's the big thing about that.
Kelly said, exactly what I need to see. Nobody shows the bloopers, just the finished result. This helps a lot. Thank you.
Perfect.
You're welcome.
Perfect. Very, very good.
You're welcome, Beth. She said, thank you for describing the fight with Mary.
Yeah, and that's the thing, right?
It makes sense.
We got to create, what we're trying to do is we're trying to create a good student, all right? She's become a much better student than she started.
Yeah.
But I know that there's only a certain amount that I can press her and challenge her before she gives up, before she quits on herself, all right? As we go through the training process, as she gets more comfortable, more confident, we'll be able to press on her harder. We'll be able to ask for more. But that's about as hard as I can ask her to perform before she's like, I quit, I'm done, can't do this, right? And I want to avoid that. So I'm finding my limits at all times, especially with mares, right? You always have to kind of just bump against your limit and let them get uncomfortable and let them say, you know what, you're okay, you can do this, right? And say, you know what, it's gonna be fine, we're gonna try it again. We're just gonna try it again, it's okay, we're just gonna try it again. Rather than be like, oh, mare, come around here, mare, right? Which I see a lot of people do, right? And that might work for some geldings. Some geldings will roll over and let you do that, but most mares won't let you do that.
Right.
And you'll get into some geldings that are act kind of marish that won't let you do that either.
Right.
But and that's usually what happens when you get riders and trainers who are like, I don't really like mares. I don't get along with mares, right? Because you gotta show them why it's the right thing to do. Right? You can't cram it down their throat. You can't force these guys to do it.
Right.
Right. And that's where horse enforcer versus horse trainer comes into play.
Yeah.
Right? It's not about being a horse enforcer. Okay. So with a gelding, you can enforce a gelding. You can make a gelding do it.
Yeah.
Right. But mares never happens.
Now they're like, not today.
Not today, huh, buddy? And like turning my foot out like that and keeping my legs back when I'm pushing her hips around, I'm not worried about her biting my leg. She's not gonna bite me that hard, right? I got all this stirrup protecting my leg, right? If I was like this, then I would reach around there and grab a hold of it, she says. I'll get that, it looks tasty, right? So I don't take the pressure away, I just stay right there and I'll pull her head over more, all right? So remember, when it's her idea, it's fun. When it's my idea, it's work. So when I'm holding her head over there and I'm saying, hey, let's have you come around here, let's just push his hip around, all right? So when she bites me, I just put a little pressure on his left rein and then say, all right, you're good right there, right? Let's push this over, ask for a little bit more. Want her to cross those front legs up. She's not crossed them over yet. So I'm actually asking for a side pass to the left here. That's better. Good, good. and I'm gonna do it again. So remember, the control's gained right here, right? This is where she's not gonna bite my leg. She's only gonna bite my leg when she's mad about how hard it is I'm asking her to do something, okay? So I gotta keep that in mind. There, that's what I want. Good job. So if she figures out that getting mad doesn't get you anywhere, then she'll stop trying it, right? But if getting mad made me stop what I was doing, if biting my leg made me give up on my maneuver, then she wins, right? Then she's moving my leg. She's asking me to do things, and she's controlling the lesson. And I do not want that. I do not allow her to control my lesson. Like right here, she stopped, she's thinking, good choices, okay? And that's what I ride. I say, you know what, make good choices. Make good choices. I'm asking you a question. Let's put her hip up on the left right here. She's trying to drift in with her right, or put your hip up on the left, trying to drift into the left, catch her with this left leg. Got my right leg on, there's my shape.
You got a pretty sunset today.
Yeah.
It was really
So
pretty.
keeping that in mind. Coming across here, press this outside leg, tapping my left, keeping things going straight ahead so she doesn't drift. That drift is what caused her to kick out of my foot over there. She's drifting me into the rail, drifting me into the fence. I'll come straight at you so you can see what that drift looks like. I have a lot of drift off my right leg and not as much off my left leg, right? So when I go to the left, I have a lot more drift than I do when I go to the right. So I'll come across here, like this. I'm gonna go to my outside foot on my line. I'm gonna try to press my hip in. I have to work pretty hard to keep things going straight at you.
Woo!
See how she's going sideways? I gotta work pretty hard to keep things going straight to you, which is what I'm trying to do, all right? So I did lateral moves. That was this leg a little bit further forward. Now my leg's a little bit further back, and I'm looking for her hip to step over onto the line. That's better. There's gaining control, right? Now I wanna maintain this. This is trying to maintain by going straight, and then testing control by kind of rolling my right spur up into her and saying, hey, let's get a little bit better shape here. Let's get a little more, and maybe we can dig this inside hind underneath of us a little bit deeper right here and say, let's step up. There, she gave it to me, good. I'm gonna get out and pet her, all right? So those 3 stages, right? Gain control, maintain control, test control, right? So we'll do that same thing again back this way. You can go away from me so you can watch my legs do it, this outside leg.
Yep. Through the side of you or behind you?
Like right here, back here, so you can see.
Okay, perfect.
All right, so we're here. I'm gonna ask this hip to step over, so I'm gonna ask, do I have control of it? She says yes. I'm gonna maintain by tapping the inside leg. You guys saw that last time. It's my left leg. See, this leg just steady. Steady maintaining, right? All right, this looks good. I'm maintaining a lot easier this time. So I'm gonna test what happens when I roll this foot up. Do you step up underneath of you? All right, that's much better. I'll let it come back. Let it relax. Press this foot. Gain control. Do I have control? Good. Maintain control. Test control. Press that foot. Oh, a little bit surprised about that one, right? She didn't like that. Her head popped up. Go. Good. Out. Okay, that's how it's going to go. It's how I'm going to walk that line. All right? I want to do that both ways. Be able to do that both directions. All right? So I come here. Test. Do I have control of your hips? Hands forward. Do I have control? Maybe. Yes, I do. Good. Maintain control. Hip over. Test control. Do I have more? Did I get some break in half right here? Oh, look at her drop into my hands. I like it. I like it a lot. She's breaking down in my hands. Staying down there nice. Up on both spurs. Right up in there. That leg landing underneath of me. Very good. It's not a strong, solid step yet. Uh-oh, uh-oh, uh-oh. There we go. Good choices, right? It's not a strong, solid step yet, but it's a step in the right direction. And that's the big thing to remember. She's stepping in the right direction, okay? If I were to get real aggressive with my left leg here, she's gonna kick at me. She's gonna buck and kick at me, okay? So something to keep in mind. The amount of pressure you apply has to be directly related to how far along is our horse. This horse, not very far along to the left. She's not convinced that she has to do it. So I'm just asking real gradually. Push these shoulders over. Outside leg, hold my line. Right there, nope. Push this hip around. So she said, nope, I'm not doing it this time. I'm gonna say, look, this is why you have to do it. Catch, make good choices. Step under, and she would love to go sideways. There, out, pet her. Push this hip around again.
Terry said this is perfect follow-up from yesterday from me and my race car.
Good. Whoops. Whoops. Push this around. Catch. And see how I don't get aggressive with it, okay? Push it around again. Catch. Whoops. That right there is why we race car, right? That's why we drift car around the corners, because she's not giving her hips up to me willingly, right? She's got to give these hips up willingly. There's a puff. Now she's breathing. There. Okay, see, she gave up right there. She went, fine if I have to, right? That's what you're looking for with your mares, right? Just say that, so now you give it to me. Now we can press on this. But see, staying calm, letting her think her way through problems. If I were to get aggressive and start rushing her, I would have a pretty good bronco on my hands. I got a feeling.
Yeah, you would.
Right? Like she'd be kicking and bucking and doing all sorts of stuff, and I'm not looking for that. I am not looking for that. Let's not come around. Let's slope up. Good. Good. If you guys remember this horse's left lead from before, there's my race car. See it spin out? Right in here. I'm going to spin out around this corner. Spinning out. Spinning out. I want to get control of this hip where it stays up on the inside. Yep, spin it out. Push it around. Say, that's not what I want. Come around here. Catch. Load back up. See how I'm going to slide my hands forward because she can get mad. Right, we're going to push this around. Come around. Try again. Good choices. Good choices. Hard corner. Roll over those hips. Stand on that back end. Yep. Why did you do that? I knew it was coming, right? Knew it was coming because it's a hard corner. Tight corner to make. The tighter your circle is, the harder it gets. There we go. Looping around. Any turn is going to be hard. Any turn here challenges her to say, do you keep your hips up on the inside? Right? Any turn to the left is going to challenge her to keep her hip on the inside because my outside leg doesn't come off. Right? Push around. Catch it. Try again. Try again. Nope. Push around. Right here. Catch it. Come around. Tough corner. Bouncy, bouncy, bouncy. Nope. Push around. Piper put on a show today.
She is. She's like, they're all watching me today.
We got viewers. There. Give it to me. There. Tough corner. Make good choices. Push around. You control this. Now she's not going to give your hip right there. Give me your hip all the way around here. Give it to me. Keep your neck pulled around to the side. Keeps me safe. All right, keep that neck around to the side. Now she's got to step calmly up into this. This is where you get in trouble, right? Because you would rush her. Step calm there. Calmly into this. Good girl. Take the fight away. Say thank you. All right, take the edge away. Load back up. Nope. Push around. Try again. We can be out here all night, right? We could be out here all night to say, hey, you got to give this to me.
Make good choices. I love it.
Yep. Real horses, right?
It's funny.
Real horses. So right around here, push this around. I'm not going to lope in that corner because it's too hard for her. Let's lope down this line now. Good. So we're trying to gain control out of our right foot. I do not have good control on my right leg. That's better.
That's much better.
So I'm trying to keep my right leg on. What you're going to see is you're going to see this horse's legs soften up across the ground. She's going to start to relax and soften into this as long as I don't give her a fight. Okay, there's the hard part. Come around those corners is tough. Push it around and say, hey, give this to me. Give this to me. She's walking her front end around, not giving me your hip, so I can't turn loose. Can't turn loose yet. Give me your hip. Good. Smooth up into it. Let's begin. I do like shoulder. Good girl. Good girl. Up corner. Good. Much better. Let's circle down here. Good. Much better.
That's much better.
Way better. Way softer. Way softer. See, I just let her loop around, right? I got my leg on. Getting her to where right, this is not surprising to me, right? I can feel that hip slide against my foot and feel her tighten up and tense up and challenge me for control of her back end right there. That's better. Let's go straight. Testing. Can I maintain control down my straightaway? Let's come around. Tight corner, hard corner. Keep that hip engaged. Stay underneath of me. Good girl. Good girl. Good girl. Very nice. And see, my leg is on. My right leg is on. Getting her to accept my spurs. Up, 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 up. Push around. Accept the pressure. Accept this foot. Get on this spur. Stay on my foot. Catch. Good choices. Loop up. See, no tension that time. Much softer. Way better. Every time a little bit better. Every time a little better. 1%, guys. 1% every day. Every maneuver. 1% better. That's what we're going for. Okay?
That was much better.
Back it up. Good girl. Very nice. The big thing about that, there's my puff, there's my lick and shoot. Okay? The big thing I want you to understand about that, guys, if I were to get aggressive and get mad at her and start fighting with her, I would not be able to end this lesson on a good note. Would not be able to end this lesson with a puff and lick and chew and a pet. Lick and chew, pet, puff. We're trying to create good students, okay? This is part of the learning process. If I take my time here and now, then it will be smooth uphill progress from here on out, all right? If you rush this stage where she's not sure if she's committed to being a good student, then for the rest of her life, you're gonna fight with her, okay? And I think that's so important for people to realize. You have to teach her how this is gonna work. This is not a debate between two of us. This is give your hips up, come around to me, we're gonna lope around, we're gonna stay after this maneuver until I'm happy, okay? Until I'm happy that you learned something. See this look right here? Neck down, soft, relaxed, nose out. That's what you're trying to create in your horses, okay? That I could work through something that she did not like at all and finish with a horse that's not nervous or worked up, okay? And I knew that was gonna happen because it happened from the first second that I looked on my right leg and she drifted and I touched her with his right leg.
Right.
So I knew she was gonna be bad about my right leg, okay? So just with that in mind, we could say, all right, well, I got some work cut out for me today. I know exactly what I'm gonna be working on, right? So now I have control of that leg. She let me put it on. She let me hold that leg on the whole time around. That's what I want to create. So hopefully the next time I get her out, it won't take me so much time to get her to accept my spur. But even if it did, that's progress, right? Because her right lead is pretty close to showable. Okay, her right lead is very close to what we want. But her left lead just has to give it up to us. So she's got to give us control of your legs, okay? So something that's super important to understand, like this horse could get really tight and springy behind. She could look like a pogo stick behind, but when she gives me her legs, and the way I finished that, do you see how she opened up and she got soft, right? And then she actually started driving behind right here, started using her back end. That's what you're going for, right? And that's what that training process looks like around here anyway, right? That mission number one is gain control, even when they don't like it, all right? So this is the vast majority of horses when I ask them to give their hips up for the first couple times, is saying, I don't like it. I don't want to do that. That's harder. And I say, I know it's harder. Right? Keep trying, it's harder. I get it. And it's gonna be easier, you'll understand. You'll understand why it's easier here very soon. But in the meantime, I know it's harder, right? And that's really important for people to understand. And hopefully, like, you guys can see how we go about that counter canter, what we want it to look like, how we get control of those hips, okay? So, it's about gaining control first, maintaining control, testing your control. Any corner that you ask her to do where she's gonna roll over her hips and keep her hip on the inside is harder, that's testing, than going straight. So remember I said, you guys are running into problems when you go around the top side of the circle. You're gonna run into problems when you go around this side of the circle and try to counter canter because those are harder to do, right? The easiest part is going straight. That's the easiest part, right? So keep that in mind when you ride. But the big thing I want you guys to understand, see how we can work through this horse's problems and finish on a good note, right? This is a good ride for her. She gave up her hips in the end. She took a big puff, and from then on out it was gravy, right? So if she realizes that the fighting doesn't get you anywhere, over time, eventually she'll stop trying, right? She'll stop trying to fight with me, and she'll just try whatever it is I'm asking her to do, right? But we increase the pressure gradually. We try to get a little bit better every single day, right? That's the big thing. Cool. Very good.
Perfect. We'll be live tomorrow, right?
What's tomorrow? Friday?
Friday. Yeah, we'll be live tomorrow. Yep.
We'll be live tomorrow.
Hopefully we can.
Maybe we'll do her again. You guys can see her again. And I'll show you my warm up with her, and we can kind of go from there.
You're so welcome. Hi, Dawn. Perfect.
Awesome. Very, very good. Well, we finished up before it got too dark out.
Yeah, it's starting to get a little dark.
See me. That's good.
All right, here's a question for you, real quick.
It's actually raining.
Yeah.
A sprinkle on. All right.
One question, real
This
quick.
is start. Go over the clover. Is it one counter correct lead or two counters or what? This is so good. I've always known about the counter care, but I guess not using my inside leg enough to get the lift. Okay, so the clover, if that's what you're talking about, is coming around. It's one regular lead circle and one counter care circle. So one side's counter care, one side's regular. All right. That's the one that I drew last night. Yep. Very good. You're welcome, Beth. You're welcome, Tally. Good, Jolene. Glad you'd be with us. Thank you, Judith. Thank you, Megan. Great video. Thank you so much. Perfect. Everybody's off tomorrow. Oh yeah, it's Memorial Weekend.
Oh, perfect.
The holiday.
You guys can all hang out with us then.
Yeah, perfect. Yeah, it's a figure eight, and it's a figure eight with lines across, X's across the middle. So make sure your middle is straight, okay? Because that's a really important part, is that you get straight across the middle. That's the easy part for it, right? It's also where I test to see, can I put my leg on and hold my leg on and not run away, right? Thanks, guys. That was awesome. You're very welcome, Irene. Perfect. Very good. Well, we're gonna get off here.
Yeah, it's getting dark and chilly.
If you guys have questions, feel free to send them over in the training discussion group. If you like what you saw and you're new to the channel, this is Jeremy LaRose, LSH Live. We have a Patreon site.
And we're only 20 people away on our Patreon page to giving another set of custom spurs away from Harris. So
yep, so over on Patreon. So,
we're so close.
Yeah, and then I'm gonna talk to Harris tomorrow about this saddle. I love the way it rides.
I do too.
I'm sorry for chewing on it. And I'll let you guys know what Harris says about this new tree of saddle. I love it.
Yeah, and then we'll tell you guys what we think about it.
We'll tell you what we think about it. Perfect. Very good, guys. Well, stay safe. We'll see you tomorrow. Probably, what time will that be? Probably a little later. Probably like 7 or 8.
Yep, like probably today.
Yeah, probably the same time as today.
Yep.
So we'll be back. Perfect. If I don't see you tomorrow, have a great holiday weekend. We'll catch you guys probably on Tuesday.
Yes.
Awesome. Stay safe.
Bye.
Guys.
Love you. Bye.
Take care.